Baby, let me tell you something. China said, when you go low, we go into the gutters. We are going to the gutters and we are exposing it all.
No, because let's talk about how China exposing luxury brands for selling them cheap-ass goods is even going to change the music industry. Rappers are not going to be able to rap about the same things anymore. How do you look like rapping about, your Louis belt and designer this and designer that when the jig is up? All that shit is worthless.
Out your goddamn check, cause all that shit fake. I'm talking about the $3,000 one, the $2,000 one. If you got the $5,000 one, I don't care how much is spun on it.
Those that always look down on people and be like, don't touch my Louis. Don't touch my Gucci. You can't afford this. Like, I look kind of, ooh.
So let me get this straight. You all dropped thousands on luxury bags, and now China's showing they cost less than a ranch to make. Trump's tariffs didn't stop China. They just made Americans pay more for the same stuff. Same factories, same materials, just new lies. Let's watch what happens with China exposes the scam and some realize they've been flexing nothing.
Chinese artisans are the most intelligent and diligent. So if you are determined to copy some goods from other countries, we can always make them better. And I know this is exactly why Chinese people are hated by those Western powers, because we can always catch up very quickly. And our factory used to make bags for those luxury brands. And now we are making bags of exactly the same design, just without logos. Doesn't mean we're committing intelligent property infringement, because our bags do not have the logos of those luxury brands. And the outlooking design patents are already expired. Also, our bags do not have the stupidly high prices of those luxury brands, while we have the exactly same leather, same material, and better quality. Why don't you just buy bags from us? You will always find what you want, and you will always love the price we give you.
This guy isn't throwing shade, he's just laying out the facts. He's showing us step by step how the luxury bag costs less than $30 to make, and somehow it ends up on the store shelf for $3,000. Can you imagine? It's all about branding, marketing, and the whole lot of made in Italy illusion. The reality, the production's as cheap as it gets.
Let me tell you something. Danger! Y'all women that walk around with them goddamn Birkin bags, the Louis bags, all in the goddamn Birkin store. You done got finesse out your goddamn check, cause all that shit fake. I'm talking about the $3,000 one, the $2,000 one. If you got the $5,000 one, I don't care how much is spun on it. It's high price knockoffs. It's fugazi. You thought you was better than them girls with them knockoff bags at the goddamn discount mall. The whole time you were going up in the goddamn Louis store and the Gucci store, and it was just a better smelling, better prepared knockoff store that charged you some goddamn high-ass price on some knockoff bags, fugazi, and just gave you a glass of champagne while you spent your goddamn money.
Baby, let me tell you something. China said, when you go low, we go into the gutters. We are going to the gutters and we are exposing it all.
More than 30 years, we have been OEM factory for most of the luxury brands around the world. Gucci, Prada, Coach, Louis Vuitton.
And guess what, y'all? I'm here for it. But if this is not your sign to wake up and stop frivolously spending your money on designer bags, then friend, I don't know what it is.
It is two bags, for example. One costs $20,000. The other, $200.
This your sign to stop overspending and over-consuming and being obsessed with labels. Because that's all it is, baby. It's just a label.
The only difference, one has a brand logo. They look identical.
It is what it is. And let's just keep it real. In this economy, where people are losing their jobs left and right, and you can be next. Yes, you. This is actually a good time to save your money, to save your coins. Don't say I ain't tell you.
No, because let's talk about how China exposing luxury brands for selling them cheap-ass goods is even going to change the music industry. Rappers are not going to be able to rap about the same things anymore. How do you look like rapping about, your Louis belt and designer this and designer that when the jig is up? All that shit is worthless. You know what I mean? Because, think about it. The whole point of brands sending these celebrity puppets their items was so that they can flex to their everyday audience that, oh yeah, I'm making money, I'm rich, and y'all niggas is broke, and this is something to aspire to. But I've been peeped, and I've been telling y'all, celebrities don't have no goddamn money. They get all of that shit for free in exchange for promoting it to your everyday hardworking ass. Yeah. And so what does that make you want to do? It's all about psychology. It makes you want to go grind and hustle. You listen to trap music, you want to grind and hustle so you can go buy what they're talking about. It's subliminal programming. And so now that the jig is up, the spell has worn off that, oh yeah, all that shit is bullshit. Celebrities are actually broke. They don't really have any money to buy half that shit that they wearing. They're getting it for free because they're living off of a goddamn label loan. Low-key doing criminal, dirty, shady business, to make any kind of real money because they don't make no money off of streams. But now you can't even flex the designer names. Now you can't even flex your Louis belt. Now you can't even flex your Louis bag, your Louis duffel. So how you really about to make any money? If, your daddy, Louis V and Balenciaga, their shit not even worth anything now, and it's definitely not worth flexing, and nobody's gonna buy that shit anymore. So now you're gonna have to switch up your whole flow. Now you're gonna have to work with some actual lyrics, some actual talent, some actual content, because we've been woken up. We don't want to hear that shit no more. I've been peeped at the Kardashians and Cardi B. A lot of that shit is either fake or given to them. Them bitches do not have that kind of money. Okay, especially not Cardi B. Her music is not selling and she ain't been on tour once. The jig is up, y'all. Let's talk in the comments.
She said it. Flexing is done. No more showing off when we all know that it's just a factory flip with a logo on it, right? Let's continue.
TikTok is now on the front line in China's war on Trump's tariffs, and they're mocking us while doing it. Now, TikTok and their Chinese influencers are flooding TikTok with factory videos offering direct-to-consumer sales of products from Nike and Lululemon suppliers, mocking Trump's tariffs while showing how to bypass U.S. brands altogether. These videos are going viral and have millions and millions of views. It's a coordinated push to weaken U.S. trade enforcement and narrative control right on the phones of American consumers. Now, China is also in the process of doing this, shrugging a ton of IP rules. So with tariffs now at 145% and no trade deal in sight, China is taking a new stance. We're done playing nice. Intellectual property off the table. Chinese suppliers are publicly exposing which US and European brands they manufacture for, something that would have been unthinkable under normal NDAs. But now, tariffs have killed the incentive to protect US companies' secrets. Now, Canada, which is really interesting, sounds the alarm, saying that top Canadian institutions like a $130 billion pension fund and one of their leading hospitals are advising staff, don't go to the U.S. And if you do have to go, bring a burner phone. The Canadian government is warning travelers to expect searches of their devices. Flights from Canada to the U.S. are down 70%. Even tourism commissions are shifting strategy away from international visitors. We're losing more than GDP, we're losing trust. And this is a huge reputational hit. Canada isn't alone. Europe is seeing a sharp drop in bookings to the US. Global opinion is shifting, not just because of tariffs, but because of what they represent: instability, detentions, and protectionism. Add that to China using TikTok to reframe the narrative, and the US is starting to look like the erratic actor on the world stage. Now, this isn't just about trade, it's about perception, power, and even position. When your closest ally is telling people to avoid your country and your top rival is publicly exposing how little your rules matter, you've kind of lost leverage. The TikTok play is kind of genius from China, not just because it undermines our tariffs, but because it reframes them. They're making us kind of look weak, unorganized, and out of touch. And our biggest brands, now they're part of the punchline. And this intellectual property shift, that's major. If the US and the EU companies can't trust Chinese manufacturers to protect their designs and sourcing, that changes the game for global supply chains. But instead of enforcement or reform, we're just getting louder. You can't out-tariff a strategy that isn't playing by your rules anymore. So this is kind of interesting. How should we respond when the world stops playing by our playbook? Do we go harder or do we get smarter? Drop your thoughts below and follow me if you want real talk on macro moves, fund positioning, and what this means for your investments.
Yeah, he gets it. This didn't hurt China. It hurt America. Tariff raised prices, jobs didn't come back, and brands just passed the cost to you, to the consumers.
Yeah, so and another thing I forgot to mention in the first video that I posted about China exposing America, your local boosters. Now that we know the source and the vendors, are you guys still gonna pay for overpriced items from your local boosters in the community? That's what I want to know. Because nowadays, these boosters, they've been overcharging. You can just go to the source, the vendors. You don't have to go to the middleman. So that's what I want to know. Y'all gonna still support your local boosters? Well, to those people that like to flex and to act like they're better than the next, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna flex with now? Does that mean you're going to be more human and not just identify yourself in material items? Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. Everybody deserves to have, I deserve the best and to have nice things and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, those that always look down on people and be like, don't touch my Louis. Don't touch my Gucci. You can't afford this. Like, oh, I look kind of, ooh. Yes, Mommy's okay. I'm just making a TikTok video.
Oh, I thought I was going to do it with you.
So come say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, look, this is my twin. Say hey, Briella.
Hi.
Okay. But, I forgot what I was about to say. But what I was saying is, I forgot what I was about to say. I don't have that, I'm sorry, Briella. I don't have that inspiration I was going to talk about anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on with the China exposing America. I love this. Ever since, in my opinion, ever since this eclipse, everything just been being exposed. Ever since, I promise you, ever since the eclipse, karma has been hitting people faster than Amazon delivery. Everything's just been being exposed right and center. It's like, dang, God ain't playing no games. Okay? This universe isn't playing no games with no. Everything's getting exposed. China is another example of what's done in the dark will always come to the light. When you continue to try to play in somebody's face, be prepared for the consequences. Okay? That's all I gotta say. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. But I more so care about Shoe. Okay, so Shein and Temu, we've been overpaying for... Shein and Temu, they've been overpricing us too? Huh. But I don't care about that. I want the furniture. I get the furniture, the source. I want the furniture. The other stuff I don't care about. But the furniture, that's what I want. The cars, that's what I want to know about. The mobile homes, the mobile homes. The upgraded mobile homes, okay? I'd rather buy some land and have them homes shipped from them 2-story nice luxury homes shipped from China over here. No, I might as well take me and the kids and move to China. That sounds more like a plan. I can learn some Chinese and the mother languages. But I'm just saying, that's what I want. I don't get the clothes and stuff. Yes, I'm always look cute when I want to be cute. Me and the kids always gonna be cute when we want to be cute. But I want to know about the homes, the properties, and all the other stuff. That's what I want to know. I want to live nice, continue to live nice. That's what I care about. Okay.
She said she's cutting the middleman, right? Why pay $3,000 same bag you can find at $30 at the same materials, same factory, same everything?
You guys, I am so glad that China have exposed the clothes designs. I have always thought like clothes do not make me, shoes don't make me, jewelry don't make me, I make me. So I know it hit hard with people that's so materialistic, like the people that gotta go get every Jordans that come out, like they not gonna get old the next day. Like people that just go to work just for fashion to wear clothes. People that step outside to be seen, but really they so lost. Clothes and shoes do not make you who you are. Material things, houses, clothes, shoes, cars, anything you could think of. But I've been said that China make it. China make everything. Like for you to actually feel like because you have on Lululemon, True Religion, Superior, things like that, DKYM, DYK, and some stuff like that. All that is a stitch. I can real deal make that same label and stitch that label to the products that I'm finna sell. So stop going off a name. Baby, it don't matter what I wear. I'm going to rock whatever I wear. I'm going to become the clothes. Do you hear me? So especially blacks, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Blacks got that bad. Blacks is so materialistic. That's why a lot of blacks don't have nothing. Why you think every other race is more populated with money, business, and buying things instead of them? Black folks, they running in the Jordan line, standing up and finna fight, robbing trains just to get a pair of shoes. No way you bought 30 pair of shoes in 1 week and you didn't think it was okay to go buy you a house and save up for a house. That's how I know I am in the wrong skin color. Like, for real.
She's right. Office now turned into a runaway, right? People more worried about bags, shoes, and everything than business. Trump's tariffs backfired. China kept making the bags. Brands kept scamming. You kept paying, right? Yeah, it's crazy. So like if you are tired of fake flexes, and subscribe if you're done getting scammed by the logos. And yeah, share this video with someone who still thinks made in China means cheap, because clearly it means profit. See you to the next one. Bye bye.